Hey there YouTube, welcome back to another black powder update. And before you today I have the completed Leib Battalion. Now these guys are the last battalion of troops that I actually need to finish the division. And all I have left to do now is the second in command and the Duke of Brunswick, and the project will be finished. Now I have actually, obviously, throughout next week, or sort of coming next, I'll be basically working on those guys. Just quickly show you the figures themselves. So these are the four figures. These three here are the Duke of Brunswick, an ADC, and his sort of adjutant. And he's kind of being passed an order by a hussar. And this guy here is the actual Duke of Brunswick. So they're all sort of primed up and stuck to bases, ready to go. And this is the guy that I'm going to be using as Alphaman. Now Alphaman is he's basically the second in command until the Duke gets shot, and then he takes over command of the entire division. And this guy is from the Parries command pack, and he's actually I think he's like a Leib officer, which I thought was just right for Alphaman. I'm not exactly 100% sure what Alphaman looked like. I haven't been able to find any pictures, but yeah, this guy in my mind is what Alphaman would look like. You know, a high-ranking Leib officer. So that's, and plus this is a very cool position. So that's the guy I'm using as Leib, Alphaman. Okay, now let's move on to these boys. So these guys are Parries. The reason I chose Parries over all the other companies is mainly because I didn't want excess figures. I mean, I was very tempted to go elite for these guys, but again, it basically boiled down to the point that I just didn't need a 36-man battalion, because these are literally the last troops of the division, so I don't really need any spares, and you can't really use any spares if you had them either. I mean, I suppose I could have put a few on the Duke of Brunswick's base, but again, it's not really worth having sort of like 8 to 10 spare figures when there's really no need, when there's actually no use for them. So, and of course, I suppose secondly is probably budget. These guys work out very reasonable in comparison to the bigger packs from both front rank and from elite. So let's give you a little spin through these guys. Now, I'm not going to spend too long on them because they're all more or less the same, but you can basically see that these guys have blue collars, blue tabs and the blue stripe, and they have a skull and crossbones on the top of their shakos. And these boys are part of the Light Brigade, and I suppose they kind of fight like light infantry, but one difference is the fact that all of these boys are veterans from the peninsula, and all the other Light Battalion units are actually made up of a mixture of mostly conscripts with some veteran sort of NCOs and officers and stuff mixed through. So obviously these guys are far superior to the light infantry units that are behind them in the rest of the Light Brigade. Obviously there's no problems with them. There's obviously nothing wrong with Parries guys. They have got a very unique look to them, and they are, I would say they're on the smaller side of Parries figures, or at least they look like they are. Obviously they don't look too bad against other units, but they do have a sort of a very Parries look to them. Yeah, you know, you could say that, you know, you've painted like, this is the 8th Battalion of Brunswick guys that I've done. Surely you must be like completely fed up of painting black, but I've actually like really enjoyed painting all of these guys so far, and I'll probably miss them when I complete it. So this is of course the drummer's stand, and we have this weird phenomena of for some reason all on this particular company and the company behind it, they're all looking off to the side, which looks a little bit odd when you put them all together, which I'll just demonstrate now. So if I put these guys down together and then you zoom in on them, come on Lucas, they're basically all looking to the side. Which is quite cool actually. So let's just zoom back out again and we go back to doing the last two units. So here we have the NCO stand. So I had two NCOs. I had this guy with his arm out, and I had one in a more regular marching position. I chose this guy for the NCO stand and the other one for the command stand. So there's the NCO. And finally the command stand. So here, this guy here is the guy that I converted from a light infantry bugler to a Leib Battalion bugler by literally snipping his head off and sticking it onto the bugler's body. So this head actually belonged to a Parries Brunswick drummer from the command group, from the Leib command group. Because I didn't want two drummers. They actually should have a bugler and a drummer. And there's the NCO there. This guy's the major, and I'll give you the blurb actually. This guy is Major von Prosler, and here is the secondary officer, the junior officer behind him. Again, I chose this guy because he looks a little bit more sort of older than this chap. So I thought he's obviously the right figure to make the major, and this chap the junior. And yeah, really happy with how they came out. So that is the end of this little video on the Leib Battalion. Like I say, the plans are that I've complete my command figures throughout next week, and hopefully get a video up on those guys either next Friday or over the weekend, and then at some point over that next week, the week after that, I will try and do some sort of grand overview showing you the entire division. So that's the end. Big thank you to another bunch of subscribers that seem to come out of the blue. I seem to remember in my last video I was moaning and groaning about a complete lack of new subscribers, and then suddenly out of the blue five appear. Now whether those 5 are, I didn't get any sort of notifications about them, so whether they're all 5 more of those dodgy subscribers that, you know, like to post inappropriate links into your comments, or whether they're actually just people that are anonymous, I really don't know. But hopefully they're fans. So big thank you to those guys, and I guess I will see you all in the next video. So until then, catch you later. Bye bye.